Hey everybody, this is Lee. I haven't posted for a while, so it's about high time I showed you what I have in bloom right now. These are a couple of plants that have been in bloom for quite a while now, but I just didn't get to shoot the video. So let's check them out, shall we? The first two plants are my Leodoros, Philanopsis Leodoros, that I bought, I don't know, quite a while ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And this one I bought from the internet. It didn't come with a lot of roots. You can hardly see it, wait. There. Didn't come with a lot of roots. It is in bloom with 4 beautiful, colorful flowers right now. Leodoros have this nice, sweet, kind of Haribo, you know, that sweet from Germany, Haribo-like scent. This plant, when I bought it from eBay, didn't come with many roots. Nevertheless, I just put it into leca, and lucky enough, this plant made it. It put out a lot of roots, and it's not sitting in my under artificial light. It's just sitting on a western facing windowsill, and yeah, it has been doing quite well. All I do is just pour a little bit of water every now and then. I don't know. I had my problems with Phals and leca recently and in the past, but this one doesn't really mind. So I hope it just stays that healthy. The other one, check out those leaves. I like how the leaves are not that dark green, but a little bit more light green, and the leaves have this shape. The other one I bought a couple of years ago, it has always been in bark. This is one of the few Phals, actually it's the only one that I water by letting it soak for 10 minutes about once a week, but I do have to repot it sooner or later. I've never repotted it ever since I got it, and you can see there are a lot of dead roots too, and the media looks crappy. So I should repot this guy at some point. Maybe this year I get to do so. But it always seemed like it's in bloom or it's about to put out a new spike, so I don't really have the right time to repot it. But then Phals, from what I've heard, they're not so finicky about when you repot them, so I just hope that this plant doesn't mind either. So next up are my Miltoniop Scissors. I have 3 Miltoniopsis in bloom right now. This one, this little guy here, check out that waterfall. The lip is rather pale on this one. Miltoniopsis have a beautiful fragrance, rosy fragrance, and the way I'm keeping this guy is as I usually do in live sphagomoss or sphagomoss bark mix, but this one here is in live sphagomoss under artificial light, and you can see the sphagomoss is just growing and growing. Actually, I have to remove it every now and then so that the new growth or the pseudobulbs don't stay too wet all the time in the moss. But I don't really know if they mind or not. What you can see here, it is in bloom now, but we have another new growth which will hopefully be ready to bloom in August. So the next plant I have is this one. This Miltoniopsis has a beautiful pattern. Wait, why is it not focusing? Beautiful pattern. The lip is dark reddish or burgundy, and it does remind me of the Lily Nakamoto, but obviously it's not as pretty. The funny thing is, this plant was in bloom 5 months ago and is in bloom again, although the plant itself is not doing too well. You can see it has these spots. I don't know what they are. And I actually repotted it after the last bloom 5 months ago, and somehow it put out a new spike, and then it's blooming but with only 3 flowers. It has a nice strong rosy fragrance. But this one, in addition to the rosy fragrance, it has some almost like a lily fragrance to it. And then also here we have, I don't know, we can't see it, I'm sorry. We have a new growth, and let's hope that this one is going to bloom in August. No, not August, maybe September, I don't know. But bloom again this year. Next is my Miltoniopsis Breathless Beauty. Last year when it bloomed, the lip wouldn't really unfold, but this time it unfolded, and look at that lip and the waterfall that runs all the way to the edge. It's really beautiful, and the surface it has this, I don't know if you can see it, this silky surface, which make that flower extra special, I think. I'm keeping it in, it's not live sphagomoss, but looks live. But I think I didn't put it in live sphagomoss when I reported it. I do have to report it again soon. Yeah, it only put out 3 flowers, which is not a lot, I think. Maybe it's because I haven't really fed them enough fertilizer. My friend Andre's Miltoniopsises are always a lot more, always have a lot more showy blooms, but maybe that's because he fertilizes with 50 ppm and I only fertilize with 30 or even less. Then the last one is a Cutlear. I just started recently with the Cutlear. This one is a Cutlear White Diamond, and it has a very strong fragrance. Is the typical Cutlear fragrance for me, mixed with some maybe citrusy note. I already got this plant repotted from Andre. He put it into leca right away, and I'm keeping it under artificial light, but with no extra humidifier. So this one does really well just in a normal room without any additional humidifier. And as you can see, the roots are really growing all over the pot. Look at that, and it is really, for me, this one's really easy to grow. Look at those roots. I just fill up some water every now and then. Now I don't know what these roots down here will do in the future, if they're gonna rot. I will have to repot it at some point, and maybe I will put the whole thing in a container that will be put in a glass container into a glass container, so I can remove the whole pot and then clean out the algae that formed here. But this one's really easy to grow, doing really well, but it's under artificial light though. I don't know how this one would do on an eastern facing or western facing windowsill, but people grow it on windowsills too. They do bloom, so I think it should be fine. As for the bloom, the flower is really nice. It has this waxy texture, and the lip is yellow. It was, the funny thing, it was totally green in the beginning, the whole bud, and then it turned white. Oh, sticky. Well, this is a really nice flower. It's not too overwhelmingly big or large, but it's very, very elegant. It has only got 2 flowers, but then I don't know how many flowers Cutlears put out at once on one spike. All right, that's it for now. Have a great day, everybody. Bye. Bye.